I'm going to do some live readings today. I'm going to do donation-based readings. Let's see if I actually have like a real audience, because the last time I checked I have an audience and it doesn't look like I have an audience right now. I don't have a real audience. I don't have an audience, guys. Wow. They literally like cut from real humans. Nope. Hi Jim, how are you? I'm trying to see if I have a real audience or if I have just like a specific like mega audience. Like designed just for gang stalking or like, you know, hurting me. Like I want to see if I have a real audience. So we'll see who's here. Leona, Lisa, hi Jim. Come to the live. I just realized like I don't even have my info up. Let me see if I can. I don't know how I would even do this. Hi Starwater. So I'm gonna do donation-based readings today, but I just realized I don't have any of my links on this description. And I don't know where they're at. They're on my other videos. So I wanted to see what you guys wanted me to read on. Donation-based readings could be personal or political. What do you guys think? Let me go get you. Thanks, Starwater. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh, I just feel like stuff is so crazy right now. I hate to say that because I don't want to like put that energy out, but it's so like a lot going on. I have the 8 of Wands coming in around that energy, which is a lot of information and kind of movement, kind of an energy. Let me see what's going on here. So let's see if you guys want to do want me to do a specific topic or something personal. I'm doing donation-based readings for you all. So give me your question and donate to me. I don't feel like asking for a specific dollar amount. Just, you know, just donate. Let's see here. Any questions? Hi, Robin. Welcome to the party. So we're at 36 people. May or may not be a real audience. Maybe a specific audience. Well, it's other messages. Hi, Rebel Rose. Well, this is a fun party over here. Wait, don't go on camera. You can't go on camera. Do you see anything that's fixing to happen on the 18th. It's the 18th. What are we at? What month are we on? What's the 18th? What's happening on the 18th? Write down. Miriam.
I see some fire.
I see some fire. There's talk about something that's going to happen. Who's saying that? No. Hey, Kelly got inspired to create her own cards to see what was going on.
Mama, can I please just play Roblox?
I don't have the computer. Okay, so
Maybe
let's see.
Mommy, can you text Daddy?
Good life right now.
Can you text Dada? I want him. Dad, Mommy, can you text Daddy? Mama, can you text?
All right, so let me see. I'm gonna do. Let's see what's going on the 18th. I got the Page of Swords coming in, and I have a Six of Wands in the reverse. Let me see if there's other messages around that.
Mommy, can you text Daddy?
It just feels like there's a lot of my kids are obviously over here. A lot of moving parts that are going on right now. So it feels like it's messy. We have a Seven of Swords reverse, so just having to figure out a situation that's pretty rough. We have a Nine of Swords coming in around it, like a very stressful situation. And we have somebody who's been knocking like above board within the situation. This is somebody who's like federal level that was maybe doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. There's like a spy card energy around it. So maybe there's something that's coming to the light about a truth. We have the Eight of Swords coming in. Let me see. Don't hurt yourself. Boo-boo. Let me see here.
You just did it in the video.
All right, I have my cups coming in around it. So there could be something that is breaking through, but it doesn't feel like it's around, Trump. Like it doesn't feel like it's hitting him directly. I feel like it's around him. It's like a third party energy. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know. I mean, like me personally, like when I feel into the energy right now around what's going on, it still feels very dinosaur. Like it feels very like, like people are like, what? Like people are not understanding still what happened to our country, like on the back end, which is like probably various places to be when like your own military doesn't even know what's going on. Your own military is gaslit. Your own military was defrauded by generals. 5-star generals, 4-star general. Your own military doesn't even know what happened to your country. But you have other countries that know what happened to your country. That's like a really scary place to be. So like right now, I just feel like we are a place where it's very like slow, uncovering, slow moving energy. Like it's not happening at the speed it's supposed to be happening at because there's so many people that were defrauded by lies. I talked about it on one of my other videos. When I was talking on my other videos, it was what came up. There's no security clearance department. Like People don't know that on the news. People are not talking about it.
Mommy,
But we don't have a security clearance department. We don't have a security clearance department at all.
do we have to
Mama's
we have
working.
to
I told you. Okay, so we don't have a security clearance department. This is like happens. I told my children that I'm working and going live, and the reptilians come in, the aliens come in, and they start programming my children to come in and do whatever they're doing right now. That's my life. That's my freaking life. I have to find out who's around my children all day long. I have to figure out who's on them. Who's in my child? It's usually Scientology. It's usually Scientology are the ones that go after children. I have to get Scientology away from my children. But Donald Trump is Scientology. That's him. He's a Scientologist. That's who he really is. I figured out his ties to media. So we don't have a security clearance department. We haven't had one for a long time. He infiltrated the security clearance department. So right now we have Pam Bondi. She did not go through a security clearance. Okay, she's AG. Okay, we have Cash Patel, did not go through a security clearance. Okay, I mean, I'm just like, they're going through all of his appointed people. They did not go through security clearances. Okay, and I'm going to be blocked this entire time from getting this information out because that's who they are. That's who they are. They'll have my kids come in screaming, yelling. Because that's who this enemy is. They have freaking radar detectors on me. They freaking have trackers on me. They have freaking so many groups coming on and off of my head all day long. They will do anything. They will treat my kids. They will go after your kids. They will go after anyone to disrupt your life, distract you, block you. They have insane weapons. Wait, don't go on camera. I gotta protect you from camera. Don't go on. Of course they want to go on camera. I gotta protect you from this audience. We don't know who's here. You gotta go. Not that it matters. They get this. They'll just use their iBots. They'll just use their freaking Project Bluebeam. My kids.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm lying. My God. So, did we really use planes in 9/11? That's a great question because, you know, a lot of the messages that I've been getting in terms of the science that Donald Trump used to weaponize against us was the nuclear dots, okay? And that's what he got at Mar-a-Lago, okay? That's what was at Mar-a-Lago. And when I check in with the energies of the science when they've like messed with timelines and things like that before, 9/11 comes in around that. Okay, don't go on camera. Don't go on camera. I'm telling you.
Do it accept the days.
Stay over there, Baba.
Mama, do I accept the days?
No. Okay, I'll be right with you.
Oh, we passed it someday.
Oh, my kids are very social and they want to join this party right now very badly.
I'm just gonna accept the days.
I told them keep coming. They're gonna come on camera. I told them they were supposed to stay in their room. They don't care. They weren't here for like a whole lot, like a half hour before, but now they want to be a part of everybody. So, anyways, they use the same. Don't go on camera. Don't go on camera. They use the same technology. It is Mother's Day. Thank you. It's coming in tomorrow. They use the same technology for 9/11 that they did, that Donald got a hold of to mess with the timelines. I think around 2020 is when they started messing with the timelines. So they got a hold of that science. So that's like the sun coming in. So they definitely did do that before. I was definitely getting that George W. did get access to that science and he did use that. And the more I have done research on this and the more that I've gotten messages and have seen things within the intel portals, the more I see it's all tied back to George W. Bush. I mean, George W. Bush is really like the original baby Hitler. Like, he really is. Like, Donald Trump's a product of George W. Bush, which is kind of sad. Because, like, They look like they're like not even connected, but they're all the same. So I'm doing donation-based readings for you all. So that was the messaging. So about the planes hitting the World Trade Center, I've gotten a lot of messages around a black box and Donald Trump having access to one of the black boxes that is connected to one of the planes that I believe hit the World Trade Center. So I don't know if Donald Trump uses that as leverage or he was using it as a way to like weaponize it against people to get what he wanted. But I definitely got a lot of messages around Donald Trump and the black box. I don't know. I have my donation links in probably other video descriptions, but I didn't put it up, so I don't know. Whatever. If you guys want to donate to me, feel free. Donation-based readings. I don't know if there's a pay button or not working right now. So let's see what else. What were some of the other questions around? Oh, the military portals. I was saying that like a lot of people are really slow to be waking up as to like what still happened to our country because there were so many cover-up operations on the back end. Woohoo! I got $5. Thank you, Warrior Widow. I'm rich. I'm rich. Oh my gosh. So let me know if you guys have any questions for me, donation-based questions. I even asked me a question. My kids might be coming in or out.
If you want to change this,
I'll get me an ice cream. No, I'll get them ice cream. Let me see here. Let me see. All right, so. I hear a lot about the grocery store going empty, but where I live, I don't see it. Do you know of any place? You know, I see things on social media all the time, and I know very well, like, their agendas. Okay, like I understand Trump's agenda pretty well. Like I understand his teams pretty well because I've been stuck and trapped by them for a long time now, and I know how they operate. They're all fear-based, okay? So they're fear-based operations. And the idea is to continue lower vibration and putting us into this fear modality. And so if they start to sow this idea, they know that essentially it could, essentially turn into quote like a reality, so to speak. Okay, they want that to happen. They want people to start then clearing out the shelves. They want another COVID-19. They want people to panic. They want that. So when I check in with courts and things like that, because I was checking in energetically to see, I don't see anything on. In fact, part of the tariffs and stuff doesn't even feel real. I think it is symbolic of a black market that's connected to the Havana syndrome trafficking rings, because they have their own freaking market on the back end. It's they created their own version of stock market. So they have the stock market. Yes, they have the stock market, but they created a back market with China, which is through IBM, and it was done through Eric Prince. Okay, that's the guy. That's the freaking guy. So on the back end, they're wheeling and dealing contracts is what I see. I see them doing private equity firm contracts, and I'm seeing them do Nazi Germany contracts. I'm not seeing I'm seeing Nazi Germany contracts where they're kill contracts coming through. What does that mean? Well, they're going to move through with their satanic agendas, and then they have private equity firms essentially paid monies from foreign enemies like Saudi Arabia, United Emirates, Israel, whoever. They're paying out monies to take us out. It's a form of warfare to take out Americans and overthrow the country. It's a continuum of what Donald Trump's been doing since 2016. 2016, he overthrew the country, obviously, that was an overthrowing. He's firing the FBI director. He's lashing out. He's doing executive orders. He's not getting approvals. He's not following protocol. He's pushing through Supreme Court justices. Just think of everything he did. What a mess everything was. He's reversing Roe versus Wade. Okay, so that's the first 4 years, right, of hell. Then we are now doing a build-up. 2020, he crashes the post office with DeJoy, his little mafia guy. He crashes the post office before a national election, F with the election. Everything is freaking setting us up for an overthrowing. Everyone he has put in place is up to overthrow the country. You're seeing everything that's going on. Sorry, I was getting messages that there were fraudulent elections going on. I've gotten messages that Ted Cruz's Texas election was a fraudulent election. It was Russian paid. That was, I think, 2018. So the fraudulent elections started happening. They started testing everything out, seeing what they could get away with, how many boundaries they could push, how they could infiltrate every department, how they could infiltrate the FBI. I was getting messages that Andrew McCabe was the last FBI director. I don't know if he's acting deputy director or acting director. He was the last freaking director. I think it was like 2018 or the beginning of 2019. And I remember everybody knowing that was a pinnacle turning point for the country, that the chances of us getting these indictments or getting justice for what actually happened with the Mueller investigation was probably not going to happen. And then we watched Bill Barr come in. Now we know more about Bill Barr and who he is connected to. Knowing that he worked for the Bushes, okay? He worked for freaking Daddy Baby Bush. He's 9/11 guy. He's Manhattan. He's CIA. He was AG at the time of September 11. There's a lot of synchronicities. Then we have Giuliani, who was the mayor, and then now is Trump's lawyer. We have the whole freaking family here, okay? We have family in the White House now, all right? So, it's all connected. Now I'm researching George W., right? I'm researching all this stuff about him. Oh, he had a lobster date with Vladimir Putin in 2008 or 2009 in Maine. Why is he hanging out with Vladimir Putin? Well, oil. Then I'm finding out 2001, September 11th happens. World Trade Center goes down, right? We watch the towers go down. There's like a huge hole in the ground now for how long? Oh, like over a year. I don't remember how long it was. Years for construction, right? Because they had to get the bids and everything. Now I'm finding out 2002. Guess who created a new World Trade Center in 2002? Russia, Moscow. I'm like, what? Crocus City, World Trade Center. Now I'm finding out who was at the Trump Tower meeting that everybody talked about, the Trump Tower, the famous Trump Tower meeting. I'm finding out it's the son of Crocus City guy. It's the son of the World Trade Center guy. I never seen that in any of the media. I do not remember seeing any of that. It was the billionaire's son. And that guy, he was in music. He's a performer, he's a singer. And now I'm like, oh, makes sense with Oleg Deripaska and his recording studio in Burbank, Like it all makes sense now. So, when you start to really like connect the dots together, you're just like, oh, they've been planning this for a long time, the overthrowing of our economy. This has been in the works for a long freaking time. And, now it's like it's all coming to the light. Like if people are really connecting the dots, oh, okay, I didn't realize that was connected to this and this and this and how all of the pieces like really fit together. So yeah, so I mean, this has been for a long time, so I feel like a lot of people are really not understanding, like, the goal was to essentially overthrow our country. They wanted the one world order. That's what they apparently agreed on, was the one world order. That's probably part of the Bilderberg conference in Germany in 2016. And so they wanted to be able to move money fast, and they were having problems with the banks moving money because you can only move a certain amount of money because of the federal regulations. And so they wanted a currency that could move faster and get their crime monies in, and from foreign dignitaries, from his evil friends. So they figured it out. They got Bitcoin. They birthed Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency was birthed around what, 2018 or so? Was that when 2019? It starts rising at the time that everybody's dying. It's like COVID-19. How many people were wiped out from COVID-19? And crypto just booms. Just booms. You know what I mean? It's like that's when you start seeing in the media too. In 2018, there's all these reports saying your DNA could become the next crypto. Well, COVID-19 could be potentially connected to that. Okay, could be part of the DNA warfare. The vaccines could be a part of that as well, with the biomolescent nanotech, you know, and getting into our bloodstream. You know, just like experimenting on us like we're freaking mice. Okay, so it's all just douche So yeah, so everything is just kind of like, you know, I've been setting us up to overthrow our own country for a long time. They don't care about Americans. Donald Trump doesn't care about Americans. Selling us on the black market through his hedge funder, Steven Mnuchin, okay? We're just tax bonds. We're just money to them. Like, this is how much money we could get out. So, they are seriously all evil. Like, we're wondering why Melania had all these, like, no, don't do that. I'll put it in here. Why Melania had all these blood red Christmas trees. Like, because they're vampires, dude. They're freaking vampires. You know? They're in the business of death. All his friends got money in the mortuaries, okay? Somebody around. Somebody in my energy feels really uncomfortable right now. They did not want me to talk about this. Anyways, I swear. Somebody asked a question. I have a question. My late husband's name is Rob. Can you see if you can ask him what he thinks? What Rob, sorry, I don't mean to be laughing. He's your late husband. I'm sorry for your loss, but the fact that you want me to ask him what he's thinking is, I don't know that I've ever gotten that question before. So let me see. Was he really into politics? Okay, he was like special. He'll tell you what they're doing. He was he like special forces? All right, let me see. We'll see if Rob will make an appearance and come through. Calling in my spirit team of the highest love and light. And Rob to see if there's any messages around what Rob thinks. Calling in messages around Rob. From the highest love and light energy only. Ding, 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 ding. So, like, he came in for a second and then he left, so that was the energies I saw. It feels like there's like a shock energy around him, where he's a little bit like almost like in shock about it in some way. Let me see if there's other messages around Rob. Any other messages around Rob and what he thinks about what is going on. I feel like it cut out, like the energy got cut out. Nee. What does it say? All right, let's see about Rob here. I don't know. It's like his energy's not coming in like strong enough right now. It's like an energy where like it's like it feels like he's seeing it too for the first time, and he's trying to like realize like what's going on some way. There's a part of him that might even have been like skeptical about it in some way. What I say?
But there's a lot inside there.
I can tell you right now, the level of teams they have gaslighting people is insane, okay? And what people don't know about Donald Trump and his military is how much foreign money have been pumped into cover-up operations, okay? And there was someone, I don't remember if he was in the military or not, but a high level official came forward and made claims around the January 6th insurrection and said that the generals covered it up. Now, I feel intuitively a lot of us got a sense that there was probably more to the story. Okay? Just knowing, like, obviously there had to have been higher people involved in that insurrection to pull it off to the degree that they did. But when you really start to uncover the evil and the deception that reels on behind the scenes within the military operations, within the covert operations, it's like you really would never believe just how evil they are. Like it is insane. It is a level of insanity that I would hope no one actually has to like go near. And I don't think many people do go near it in the military. I don't know that people get to see behind the veil or behind the scenes to that high of a rank. I really don't. I don't think that people within our military will ever know the degree of the evil that is behind the operations. But I can tell you firsthand from what I have seen them do to me and everything else to our country, they are the sickest at the top. They are the sickest and the evilest at the top. You would never believe what they do not care about our troops. They do not care about our military. They do not care. And even as I'm saying that right now, they have it programmed in the system that they care about our troops and that they would never endanger our troops and they would do this. And it's all lies. Like I'm telling you, like they have so many cover-up operations. So like right now in the system, it's gonna say they're the opposite and they feel the opposite. But I am telling you, they do not give a crap. They do not give a crap. At the end of the day, it's where the money is coming from. And the money is coming in through the contracts, coming in through the military contracts. And I don't know if these generals get kickbacks or what, but it does feel like they are to the death. They are to the death. Like I have come in contact with my military portals and stuff. He is to the death. George W. Bush is to the death or to the death. I am telling you, they will act all, you know, we're all sweet over here. I'm fine, I'm Texas, everything's lovely. Behind the scenes, they are to the death. They do not mess around. And it is nonstop. It is around the clock. They are working around the clock to destroy people, to destroy anyone that gets in their way. And they make up lies. They will do anything. They are ruthless. They are ruthless, okay? That's something that I know for a fact. If you go near these people, they are essentially a well-oiled machine. They will take you down. They will take you out. That is who they are at the very top. So that's them. So if you're not near their military rank, you're not gonna know the level of who they are. You're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna understand it. The stuff I have uncovered with their military operations is so disgusting and so sick. I watched Mike Flynn freaking take out Turkey because Turkey was trying to protect who I was, or was trying to like figure out what was going on with the country, because I uncovered something they did against Turkey. Mike Flynn, literally in an hour, he infiltrated Turkey. He went after them with freaking one of the terrorist groups. I'm not even kidding. He went after, infiltrated them, and they had Sergei Lavrov meeting with him within a 3-day time period. That's Mike Flynn. That's Mike Flynn. I'm trying to protect Turkey. I'm trying to help them. I'm working with whatever scarce freaking teams I have left. There's really no teams. And he's like, goes after them to a point where he infiltrates them, terrorizes them, and forces them to go after me. That's Mike Flynn. That's Mike Flynn. And then they're signing a deal with Sergei Lavrov, like I said, within 3 days. I mean, that's how fast they freaking go after people who are doing the right thing, that are trying to do the right thing. That's the level of evil they are. Oh my gosh. There's like all this stuff. Yeah, so it's rough. Like I'm telling you, like on the back end where I sit, it's horrid. I am literally in hell. I am in hell every single day. I can't get out. Every single agency is corrupted. Everybody's corrupted. Like where I sit is a horrid place to be. If you are for our country right now and they know you're for the country, you're on their freaking death lists. You're on your freaking hit list. They're going after you. It's freaking insane. It's freaking insane. It's insane. And so there's a lot of defrauding of the military that has gone on. A lot of it. I met my husband. No. I saw crazy things. Yeah, I can't even imagine, like, don't let go. Thank you. Yeah, so it's just a lot of stuff that is like still being uncovered. There is a reputation issue within the military with General Flynn, okay? He has a good reputation in the military. That's all part of its own operation, is to make sure he has a good reputation. He'll go in and butter them up, whatever he's doing. Like, they put on shows. They do whatever they have to, okay? They don't know what's like. He puts on a show. You know who else puts on a show? Charles Flynn puts on a show. I can't even tell you. All of them put on shows. They're all good actors. That's why they're the generals. I'm not kidding. They are actors. They're all professional freaking actors. The other day, like, they were like, Charles Flynn was like smiling and laughing, and they're like, he's a good guy. He's, you know, all this stuff about him. Like, they're all like pumping him up. But I'm like, he's no longer recognized by the United States of America. He was charged with treason, conspiracy to defraud the United States of America. He's not a good guy. It's not, you don't look to him. Like, he is stripped of everything. He is stripped of his uniform. He's met honors, ranks, teams, units, gone. Everything gone. But they have their own conspiracies going on within the military. They are defrauding our military actively.
Where our headphones are.
I'm gonna get off the light.
Headphones are.
I'm gonna get off now. So yeah, it's really like it's just it's really like sad when you really start like get like my interactions with the military suck. Okay, they suck. I have to say things like, is there anybody sane left in our military that hasn't committed treason? I have to ask those questions. Like, it's a sad state, like our military had right now. Like the top commanding generals have all committed treason against them. They're all been charged, but they're all the same. They're all there at the top. So that means somebody underneath them is going to have to freaking come in and take them out. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like that's how it's going to be. And then they have freaking Eric Prince with all his paramilitary contracts. So then they have all that. Then they're gonna make up lies about money. They make up lies to keep everybody trapped. Oh well, it's about the money. Lies. It has nothing to do with the money. Oh, we don't have enough money. Oh this. Oh that. Lies. They lie to our troops. They lie. There is so much goddamn money. I can't even tell you what money they have wasted. I can't even tell you. We have $4.9 trillion set aside for military, for industries, to country, and they lie about it. They lie. They'll take that money just to spite me and use it to hurt me. They'll hire in teams through their hedge fund to take me out with that money that's meant for the country. That's how dirty they are. They are dirty. They are the evilest. They are pure Satan, pure and evil. There's been plenty of money for the country, plenty of money, but they refuse to recognize me. They refuse to freaking honor. They refuse it. They refuse. And there's all these agendas that are in place to protect us. All these agendas. All they have to do is acknowledge who I am, what happened, what they did, follow commands. All they have to do, our people will be back to normal literally in like a week's time. It's literally like there's already plans set in place to get our country back in line. There is. And they're amazing. It's like there's agendas that have been worked on for a long time now, over a year and a half. And these people are just holding on. They're really holding on by the strings right now. I told you on the back end, just so many commands have been called in. So many commands have been called in. They're trying, if there's missing money, whatever it is, I have sensed a desperation from Trump. They're trying to get money. They're trying to get money.
Mama.
All right, go. All right, I'm going to wrap this up right now. But what does that say? Oh my God. Anyways, a lot of stuff that is going on, and yeah, it's messy on the back end. They've shut down my channel. They demonetized me. Anyone that has any truth to get out, they shut it down. It's like, I don't even know if I had a real audience like today. I don't even know. This might not even be a real audience. Like, it could even be like a staged audience. It says I have 88 people on here. It might not even be an audience. I'm supposed to have almost 20,000 subs, and I have like barely 80 people watching me live. What? So probably like, I don't know. You guys might, I don't know who any of you are. So thanks so much for your donation on the back end. I greatly appreciate it. I'll leave I'll figure out the description. I'll update the description after I exit the video. I'm sending you guys lots of love and blessings, and I will talk to you all soon, okay? Take care. Bye.